Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss another problem, but before going forward, if you have not liked the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So without any further ado, let's get started. Problem is clone graph. In this, we'll be given a reference of node in a connected undirected graph. So we have to return a deep copy of the graph. What does this deep copy means? We will see. So each node in the graph contains a value. So we know this is a graph node which has a value and a list of its neighboring nodes. Right. Test case format. So the test case which is given to us, let's see what that is. So for simplicity, each node's value is same as the node's index and it's one indexed. Right. What does this mean? So see, if this test case is given, like this is the adjacency list which is given to us in the input, adjacency list is given. So see, this is the list given. So this is over here what they are saying. They are saying that each node's value is same as the node's index. So here indexing is one based. One indexed means the index will start from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Means this is one node's adjacency list, this is two nodes adjacency list, three nodes adjacency and four nodes adjacency list. Right. So what does this mean? So here this one node will be there and its adjacent nodes will be 2 and 4. So one's adjacent node, so this is an undirected graph. So there is no directed edge, this is undirected edge 2 and 4. So these will be two neighbors of 1. So this is the adjacency list and the index is the value of that node, right? That is the value of that node. So now this 2 node is connected with 1 that we have already done and it's connected with 3. So we will have a node 3. And then we have this 3. This 3 node is connected to 2. So we have already connected it, and 4. So 4 is this we have connected. And now 4 node is connected with 1 and 3. So 4 is connected with 1, 4 is connected with 3. So this is a graph which is given to us. This graph is already given to us. We do not have to create it. This is already given to us, right? So for example, value is equal to 1, second node will be value is equal to 2. So that we saw that this will be value 1, this will be value 2, value 3, value 4. The graph is represented using an adjacency list. Adjacency list is a collection of unordered lists used to represent a finite graph. Each list describes a set of neighbors of node. So all these are the neighbors of this node 1. These are neighbors of node 2. So we have already created graph, right? I hope you understood this. The given node will always be first node with value 1. Right? So this will be always starting with value 1. So given node will be 1, then it will be 2, 3, 4 like that. You must return the copy of given node as a reference to the cloned graph. So we have to return the copy. So this copy of this node we have to return as the output. That is value 1 node. So what does this deep copy means? What does this deep copy means? Deep copy means to make an exact copy of this graph. So we have to create exact copy of this graph. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Something like this. Exactly copy of this graph we have to create. But the difference will be that these are not the same nodes. 1, 1 are not the same nodes. So for example, this node is in memory at 3000 edges and this one will be some other node. They have same values 1, 1, but they are not the same node. This will be something somewhere in the memory at 5000 edges. Right? So what we are doing is we are creating a copy, but that is a deep copy, means these are different nodes. Although their value are same, value is same, but they are different nodes. Right? So for each, what we have to do is we have to create a copy of this one node. That means a copy. We have to simply we have to create a new node like we create node like this, new node with value what? With value 1. So this will be our this will be our new node, this one. And then we just need to connect these neighbors. We just need to connect its neighbors with it's like adjacency list we have to create for this node, right? Like this is the adjacency list, na? Similarly, adjacency list for this one node we have to create, in which this 2 will be also the copied one, right? And this will be also the copied one, right? So this is the what we have to do. We have to make a deep copy of this graph, and we have to return the address of the first node, this node. We over here they said na, that you must return the copy of the given node as a reference to the cloned graph. So this is the first node, and we have to return the copy of the given node. So this node with 5000 address, this is the thing we will return. Okay, I hope you understood the problem. Let's see how we can approach it. So we can see, we have to make a deep copy, right? We have to make a deep copy. So that is very simple. What we have to do, we just need to make a new node for every node, and that will be the copy one, right? That is simple, right? So what we will do is, we will start from this. We will be using DFS, depth first search traversal, for this problem. You can use breadth first also traversal. We will use DFS for traversing the graph. You can also use BFS. So the difference is just that. What is the difference? In DFS, how we will move? We will start from one node, then we go to its neighbor 2. 4 is also its neighbor, but first of all we will complete 2's path. So 1, 2, then we go to 3, and then we go to 4. Something like this we do, right? But in BFS, what we will do, we will be first starting from 1, then we go to its neighbors 2, 4, 2 and 4. So in BFS we go level by level. So this is DFS. In DFS we just go in one path first, to the one end first. So but in BFS we go, like for this node we have these two neighbors, so we will traverse them first. We will not go to after 2, we will not go to 3, we will go to the 4, which is other neighbor of 1. So either way you can traverse, it doesn't matter. We'll be using DFS in this problem. Okay, so now let's see how we can do this. Let's see how we'll approach it. So see, what we will do, first of all we start from here, right? We are starting from here. So this is, we are currently here at this one node. So what we will do, we'll make a new node of this current, let's say this is current. So current's value we will make a new node, and let's say this is a new node. Let's name it as new node only. So this is a new node. So we have created a copy. So something like this one will be created. This new node will be created, which is a copy of this one. But this is obviously another node. It's not the same node. It has value same, but address will be something different for this node in the memory. Right. Now we have done this. Now we need to create its neighbors. We have to create its neighbors 2 and 4. So how we will be going? We'll be using DFS. So first of all, we know this is the node, right? This is one node. We know its neighbors are 2 and 4. We have the adjacency list. So first we go to 2, right? We go to 2. So now current is at 2. Current is at 2. So current is here now. So what we will do is, we will make another copy of this 2 node. Again we will make a copy. So 2 will be created. Obviously it's at different address. It's not the same node. Then we go to neighbor of this 2. So we go to, now current will come here. Current will be 3. So we will create 3. Okay. Now what we will do, we will go to this neighbor of 3. Neighbor of 3 will go. So this will be 4. So we will create a node 4. So current will be now at 4. Current will be at node 4. Something like this. Right now we have. So right now current is here. Now for this 4, 3 already we have done. This one we have to make for this 4 node, because this is its neighbor, right? But this one is already created. But at this point, see guys, at this point we don't know na, that we have like in the previous path we have created this one node. We don't know because we are not storing anywhere. This is this now, we just created it. So here what we will do na, we will create another one node, copy of another copy of this one again. So this we do not need to do, we have to use this only, because these are connected, right? This one which was connected to 2 is also connected to 4. So we have to not create another new node. So for this, in order to solve this problem, what we will do now, we will be storing these nodes. Whatever we have created new nodes now, we have to make a track of that. We have to keep a track of that we have created it. So what we will do, here will be the previous node and previous node, and here will be the next node, new node. So for this one which was previous, we have created this new node, which is this at address 5000. This is another, this is, see, these are not the same nodes, don't confuse them. This here will be storing the node. So this is the other node, 3000 address node, and this is 5000 address node. Similarly for this 2, this is the previous node and this is the new node. For this also 3, we'll be storing the previous node and the new node. And for this 4, we'll be storing 4 and the new node. So now when we come to this current and we have to create here, we have to create copy of this one, we will check whether it was already created or not. Whether for this one, whether this one is in the map or not. Yes, this one is in the map, means we have earlier created its copy. This deep copy is already created. So just use that only. So from the here we will get this. This is the key, right? This is the key and this is the value. So from this over here we will get the this address of this one, this new node, and we will connect them, right? So similarly we will do for the same. So we will go here. So similarly we will be connecting all these like this when we right. So I hope you understood this fact, why we are using map, right? So let's understand the code once, how basically it's working. So see, what we are doing is we have this function where we have to return the node address, and we have this function clone graph, and we have this map. Map is node star, means one node, key will be node, value will be node, and this is a pointer. So address of the node will be stored, right? Address, this is because this is a pointer variable, right? So this is node, map. If the node is null, means that there is no graph, just return null. Okay. And if there is a single node only in the graph, like here it was over here it was like this, because there was single node, right? Single node, there were no neighbors because adjacency is empty, right? So there are no neighbors of this one node. Why one is there? Because this is one value na. So then just create a clone of this, simply clone of this node, and return that clone. Otherwise we call DFS on the node. So we are calling DFS on one, and we are passing the map also. So this map is also passed. Now let's see what is happening in the DFS. So what we were doing, if you remember, when we were traversing the graph, what we were doing, we were creating a new node, we were creating a copy. If the copy was not present in the map, so for this 1, 2, 3, 4, copy was not present, right? But when we reach to 4 and again 1 comes, then 1 was present, so then we will not make again a copy. So what we are doing, we are first of all making a neighbor. This is a neighbor, this is a adjacency list we are creating, because see, node Also adjacency list, every time we have to create a new, na, because this is the previous node's adjacency list. A new vector for this one node will also be created, na, wherein we'll be storing 2, this new 2 and this new 4 for this one. So a new vector, a new adjacency list for this one also needs to be created, which is this one. And then we are making a clone, of this node. So once this copy we are creating current value, and we are storing for the current, this current we are storing its clone, this new node. That is what we discussed, right? This was a previous node and this was the new node. So we are storing it because we have created a copy now. We'll be keeping a track of that in the map. So the current was the previous this graphs node which is given to us. This graph which is given to us is the current node, and the clone is the new copy of it. And then what we are doing, we are going to each neighbor of that current. So what we will do, we will go to 2. So we are going to 2, and what we will do, we'll check whether 2 is in the map or not. If 2 is, let's say here 2 was not in the map, only when we are starting 1 will be in the map. So we go to 2, 2 is not in the map, means we have to create a copy of 2. So we are creating, what we will do is we will uh, if it is not present, 2 is not present, so we will call DFS for that 2, right? Means we'll call this function for 2. So 2's copy will be created and it will be stored in the map, right? And then we will go to the neighbors of 2. So that is how DFS works, right? We discussed 1, then it will go to 2, and then we'll go to 3. So it's neighbors. Otherwise, if 2, like over here, 2, 3, 3, 4, when we are here at 4, when current is 4, so then 1 is its neighbor, right? Then we'll go to its neighbor, and 1 is already present in the map. So if 1 is already present, just get the new node from the map and push it in the adjacency list of that new node, right? So this is how we are using the map. So then this new DFS call will not be done if it is already present in the map. So 1 is already present in the map, so we will just in the 4's adjacency list, we will just add this new ones, this one will be added, this, right? So I hope you understood the problem and the approach. Let me know in the comments if you have any doubt. If you found the video helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.